So I watched Caroline Leavitt's press conference today, so you don't have to, because frankly, we can sum it up in about 30 seconds.
The Democrats continue to recklessly hold the American people hostage over their demands to give illegal aliens free health care. Illegal aliens, illegal immigrants, illegal aliens, illegal benefits for illegal aliens. Illegal aliens are illegals. Illegal aliens or illegal immigrants are illegals. Illegal immigrants, illegal immigrants, illegal alien, illegal immigrants, illegal immigrants. Illegal aliens, illegal invasion, illegal aliens. Tens of millions of illegal aliens.
I mean, you can't even turn it into a drinking game, folks. If you were to take a shot every time the woman says illegal, you would be blackout. You would be in the hospital, as a matter of fact, getting your stomach pumped, because she could just not get away from this singular talking point they have left, which is that Democrats want to give healthcare to illegals. No, they don't. It's literally illegal to give healthcare to illegal immigrants. It's in the law. It's been in the law for about 30 years. But nobody cares about the facts anymore. The facts are completely irrelevant. What matters is Donald Trump, who has completely lost his mind and has been AWOL since about Tuesday. No one's seen him. He hasn't spoken up. He hasn't been seen on camera. He hasn't answered any questions. He's just kind of been, tweeting out his usual AI-generated slop on Truth Social. But other than that, no one knows where he's at. We're on day 3 of a government shutdown, and the president of the United States is just nowhere to be found. Because it's a fake presidency at this point. Is he even in charge? We don't know. Is it Stephen Miller calling the shots? I wouldn't be surprised. And when you have a fake presidency, it makes sense that you would also have a fake press secretary and also fake reporters to go along with it.
Who's ever yelling in the back? Go ahead.
Me. Sure. Thank you. Bianca Gracia here, and I have a question. This week, the Democrats have chosen illegals over hard-working Hispanic Americans during Hispanic Heritage Month, causing the White House to cancel the celebration with the president. Is the president open to letting the Hispanics, who overwhelmingly voted for him, have their own fiesta in the White House lawn, opposed to the fancy, we don't need fancy schmancy, right? You can give us the backyard and we'll fill it all in and have in our own fiesta. Is the president open to that?
I had no idea she was going to ask that question. I just want to preface that. I've never met you. I just want to say that, but welcome to the briefing room. I love your energy. I can't personally unilaterally promise the South Lawn grounds. We have some construction going on out there.
What kind of country is this, guys? What kind of country are we living in? What kind of country are we living in? Caroline doesn't even know who this woman is. And Caroline, if you didn't vet this person, did anybody vet this person? Or are you just letting in people off the street at this point who have an iPhone and who love Donald Trump to be like your new pretend reporters to replace the actual reporters that you threw out of the press briefing room because, they ask actual questions and we don't really appreciate you, AP News, coming in here with your actual questions. That's not allowed anymore. We just like people who are going to come in and just fantasize about MAGA and Donald Trump and just glaze him no matter what. Is the president open to letting the Hispanics who voted for him have a fiesta on the South Lawn? That is an actual question that was asked in the White House press briefing room on day 3 of a government shutdown, with ICE agents, beating the shit out of people in Chicago and Portland, just unconstitutionally shutting down entire buildings, arresting people in the middle of the night. They just blew up another boat off the coast of Venezuela because fuck it. And the question you get is, can we throw a little fiesta because we love Donald Trump so much? And just so there's no confusion here, here's what Caroline Leavitt was saying 5 minutes before that question was asked.
President Trump will end the radical left's reign of terror in Portland once and for all. The president has directed Secretary Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other left-wing domestic terrorists. With
war-ravaged Portland, these people are clinically insane. It's the same talking point, this whole war-ravaged Portland thing. Every single member of this administration has said it at this point. They're just repeating the lie over and over again until it becomes reality, and it never will. This is what's going on in Portland. It's not even a block. It's 15 people on a sidewalk, and this is war-ravaged to the point that the United States military has to go in there. They want a confrontation so bad. They want a civil war in the streets of America so bad. They love the violence. They love ratcheting up the temperature. They just want chaos, whether it be because Stephen Miller or Donald Trump just loves to see violence, or again, it's just cleaning out their political opponents so that way they can stay in power forever? I have no idea. But I'll say this, there's all these distractions, all this bullshit, and the people of this country still want to know, where's Donald? The government is shut down, and where is the President of the United States?
Question on the shutdown, Caroline. Hakeem Jeffries has said that President Trump is in the Presidential Witness Protection Program since the shutdown has begun. What's the White House's reaction to that?
That's just more ridiculous fodder from Hakeem Jeffries. As you all know, because you're here every day, the president is literally working around the clock right now. I think he has a swearing-in ceremony, or he already did. He has several meetings on the books today. He literally works 24/7. Anyone who works in this place or covers this place, as you all do, knows that to be true. And Hakeem Jeffries and the Senate Democrats should get back to work in a few minutes and vote to reopen the government. Emily.
Yeah, it's a Democrat talking point. The president, he works so hard. He works 24/7. He totally wasn't just, at a golf game or whatever you call it, a golf match. I don't know. I don't care about golf. I'm not going to lie. This totally isn't the president who spends more time at Mar-a-Lago than anywhere else. This totally isn't the president who last time he was in office, there was literal reporting that he spends most of his time just watching cable TV in unscheduled executive time, if I remember correctly. He is not the hardest working president ever, by any stretch of the imagination. We know he doesn't even read his intelligence briefings, possibly because they're too difficult to read, but, every time the press asks him a question about some event going on in the world, he can't answer it because he has no idea, because he doesn't read. And I'm not going to lie, Caroline, I don't think Democrats are going to go in there and reopen the government right now for you, given that, you're destroying the country. This is not a shutdown at this point. It's a shakedown. Russ Vaught and OMB and the entire administration is just taking grants away, taking money away, taking funding away from only blue states, thinking that is going to turn on the political pressure on Democrats, when all it proves to them is that you cannot be dealt with, that you are not honest actors, and even if they vote to reopen the government, you're going to renege on the deal and screw them over afterwards because you don't believe in the law. It is not a shutdown. It's a shakedown, and Caroline Leavitt, for some reason, wants to be the face of it.
Keep in mind, my friends, Republicans control all three branches of government, including both chambers of Congress, but somehow, none of this is their fault.
The Democrats should know that they put the White House and the president in this position. And if they don't want further harm on their constituents back home, then they need to reopen the government. It's very simple. Pass the clean continuing resolution, and all of this goes away.
Wow, that is weirdly threatening. Can we see that from another angle?
Pass the clean continuing resolution, and all of this goes away.
Well, with all due respect to Stephen Colbert, I honestly think that Megan Dahl thing has more of a heart than Caroline Leavitt does at this point. And in the middle of it all, with Trump AWOL since Tuesday, here's what the White House put out to kind of massage those rumors away. Take a look. This is what you get. Pay attention, because it's literally just 6 seconds of Donald Trump shaking hands with his new ambassador to Sweden. Yes, 6 seconds of Donald Trump hunched over like he's Quasimodo. That's all you get to see of the Mad King. And by the way, just a little trivia for you guys. That lady he's shaking hands with, who's now the ambassador to Sweden, he also tried to make her an ambassador his first term in office, but he couldn't because she's a psycho who threatened to kill her husband's doctor. But she can do it now. Now she'll be an ambassador because the standards don't apply anymore, rules don't matter, Republicans have no spine. Off she goes to Sweden. I hope they have fun with her. And while a psychopath like her can get sworn in, Adelita Grahava, who would be the 218th vote to get the Epstein files out, she still can't get sworn in. So in conclusion, Republicans are waiting for Democrats to come in, clean up their mess, and reopen the government. And I hope they don't. I hope they take the lesson from every shitty 2000s action movie, which is that you don't negotiate with terrorists.
So, but the question is, in the past you've passed this CR, and I understand that these Obamacare extensions are going to run out at the end of the year. And that's why this issue is in front of everyone at this time. But what you're hearing from Senator Thune is, let's pass the funding of the government so we can reopen everything. And then let's have some, firm commitments that you're going to take on and grapple with this issue. Because obviously, if that many people lose access to some of their health care, it's going to reflect on both parties, right?
Yeah, but my sense to Senator Thune is, you have the votes. You pass it. But if you want Democratic votes...
Only if they abandon the filibuster. Maybe you would... it sounds like that's what you're hoping for.
But they have abandoned... Yes, and they have abandoned the filibuster to confirm Trump's appointees. They have abandoned the filibusters to confirm Trump's judges. So why can't they abandon the filibuster to pass a budget? Now they want Democratic votes. Well, Democrats aren't going to go along with tax breaks for billionaires while 24 million Americans have their premiums go up, almost double. And we're not going to go along with the Medicaid cuts. If you want to get the votes, there's no one in America, Martha, who believes that the Democrats are in charge. I mean, Donald Trump has been so successful. He brags about his big victories in the House and the Senate. Everyone knows that he's controlling government. In fact, too much. So the argument to blame Democrats, that was plausible maybe in his first term when Nancy Pelosi was Speaker. But you have Johnson, Thune, and Trump. No one in America believes it. He can get this open tomorrow. And if he wants Democrats' votes, he should get health care.